So this news story comes out of Germany. This is from the Associated Press. Protests against Germany's far right gain new momentum after report on meeting of extremists. Tens of thousands of people protested the far right in cities across Germany on Saturday, attending events with slogans such as "Never Again is Now," "Against Hate," and "Defend Democracy." The large crowds were the latest in a series of demonstrations that have been gaining momentum in recent days. The demonstration came in the wake of a report that far-right extremists recently met to discuss the deportation of millions of immigrants, including some with German citizenship. Some members of the far-right Alternative for Germany Party, or AfD, were present at the meeting. Police said a Saturday afternoon protest in Frankfurt drew 35,000 people. Demonstrators in Stuttgart, Nuremberg, and Hanover, among other cities, also drew large crowds. There was an even larger protest in Hamburg, 50,000 people. The AfD was founded as a Eurosceptic party in 2013 and first entered the German Bundestag in 2017. Polling now puts it in second place nationally with around 23%, far above the 10.3% it won during the last federal election in 2021. Last summer, candidates from the AfD won the party's first ever mayoral election and district council election, the first far-right party to do so since the Nazi era. And in state elections in Bavaria and Hesse, the party made significant gains. As a result, Germany is grappling with how to best respond to the party's popularity. The widespread anger over the corrective report has prompted renewed calls for Germany to consider seeking a ban on the AfD. On Saturday, the Brandenburg chapter of Germany's Greens voted at a party convention in favor of pursuing a potential ban to help prevent the rise of a new fascist government in Germany. However, many of the AfD opponents have spoken out against the idea, arguing that the process would be lengthy, success is highly uncertain, and it could benefit the party by allowing it to portray itself as a victim. So, of course, I'm not in Germany, as you know. I'm in America, so there's not, a great deal that I can do about this situation. But I do want to talk about it, and I do think, we should all pay attention to it and be pretty alarmed by it. There's a good many far-right parties that are popping up in various countries in Western Europe, Eastern Europe. Of course, we have the Trump phenomenon here in the States. None of this is good. None of this is good. It shocks me that there are people in Germany thinking about and discussing potential deportation. That's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's insane. But we are living in a world where there's quite a few social issues and economic issues. Many people are suffering, and fascists tend to thrive in those conditions because they'll appeal to the average person with their rhetoric and then shoot them in the back when they're not looking. So it's not a foregone conclusion, but it is definitely a reoccurring phenomenon, and if it keeps going, if we keep going this path, then so many people's lives are going to be affected negatively. I don't know if I have an opinion on banning, whether Germany should ban the AfD party or not. I'm kind of split-minded about it. Part of me thinks, because I'm kind of like a not radical, but I'm the closest thing to an absolutist in terms of free speech. So it's like, part of me is like, well, that's probably not going to work anyway. Probably bad precedent. Maybe you shouldn't do it. On the other hand, given the particular historical and cultural context in Germany, could make an argument that, well, in those conditions, like censorship is and banning is politically and morally appropriate. Again, split-minded about that. I'm not gonna really say one way or the other how that should be done. But I will say that we do need to be fighting this far right turn in the world, tooth and nail. I mean, these protests warm my heart. I mean, I'm really glad that many people in Germany are seeing what's going on and making themselves seen, making their voices heard. That heartens me, and it is protests, it is organizing, it is educational events. That there's all kinds of things we can do as like activists to fight these things. It's tedious. It's difficult. I never do enough myself, but I mean, it's just something that has to be done. It's an existential necessity, I would say. Again, I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's the apocalypse, everything's over, we're doomed. But it's never over till the fat lady sings, as the saying goes. But if we don't mobilize against the rise of fascism, then boy, are we going to regret it.